Hello everyone, today we're going to unbox and review Hot Toys Loki from Avengers 4. So this is actually the second time Hot Toys released a Loki from this suit. So the first time is back in the days, during the time of Avengers 1, Hot Toys released a figure of this suit because it's in a movie, right? And although the figure at that time it's pretty good and it has like everyone likes it, and I also watched some reviews of it. It is pretty good, but definitely like after so many years, Hot Toys definitely like the figures Hot Toys made today is definitely much superior than the one back in the days. So of course I'm picking this one up instead of that one. And also this figure. So let's just talk about this one. It's released back in 2021. Like the figure itself, like just this one, the normal version, it's released back in 2021, 2 years ago. But just recently, like a few months ago, Hot Toys released another, just the same figure, like this one, but it's a special edition, and it has an extra accessory, like sort of like a scepter accessory or something. And it is also very cool, but I just picked this one up because I think it's like, I don't think that accessory is very necessary for this one, so I just picked this one up. I think, yeah. And so this figure, I also watched some reviews of it, and they all say that this figure, like with the helmet on, it's definitely like the best Loki you can ever find on the internet. Like the best Loki you can buy, the 6-go figure. But if you take off the helmet, there's some, like, because of the hair or something, there's a problem with the hair. Maybe it's too short, it's too high above there, so the hairline is too high, so it doesn't look really nice, but it's still pretty good. Like with the helmet, it definitely looks just fantastic. So of course I'm gonna show it to you later. So now let's just, of course, first we have to look at the accessories. So now I'm gonna put all the accessories into the light box and let you have a closer look at the details of them. So as you can see here, these are all of the accessories that came with Avengers 4 Loki, or I can say Loki 4.0. So you can see these are like some hands. There are like 9 of them, and so there are 4 pairs and an extra one, like this one. It looks a bit different from the other one. They stretch out 2 fingers, and the others are not. So I'm just gonna show you one by one from up here. And you can see here there are 2 scepters. One of them is just very long, like this extended one. Another is the regular form. And you can see here, this extended one is just massive. I mean, not massive. It's just very lengthy. As you can see here, I'm gonna take Loki out and compare them with each other. As you can see here, he's even a bit taller than Loki himself. So it's just a really long accessory, and it's still very impressive. As you can see here, the details on it are also very impressive, and as you can see here, the dirt and grime on top of it, and yeah, amazing. And this is the other one. It actually appeared in my previous review, like the Captain America 2012 version. It appeared, and that's the exact same accessory. They all look quite the same. As you can see here, the scepter is also impressive. But I think usually when you pose Loki holding a scepter, you would usually let him hold this long one, since it's just much better than the, much more impressive than the other one, right? And also that one has already appeared in the Captain America, so it's still more common. And so this is another very important accessory. It's actually pretty iconic. It's the Loki's helmet. As you can see here, you can actually change it to 2 separate parts, and in order to it's more convenient to just help him wear it, or better, yeah, you wear it. As you can see here, there are some paddings inside this, so that when you put this helmet onto Loki's head sculpt, it wouldn't harm the head sculpt. I remember the previous Loki, the 1.0, or the one I'm talking about, the same suit. He's his helmet doesn't have any padding, so there's a problem with that. Is that each time if you put the helmet onto his head, then his head will 100% be damaged. So that's a problem of the 1.0. So this one no longer has the problem, because definitely, like, it has some paddings, and they're definitely, and Hot Toys definitely did a good job here. no more issues of that. And I mean, this is the like very long handcuff, like it also appeared in the movie. Um, yeah, it's also like a pretty great accessory. Although it cannot articulate at all because it's just a piece of like plastic or something. And but even though it's plastic, but the coloring is just extremely good. It looks like pure metal, although it's not. And these two are like the little swords or something. You can see here very short. They're like just tiny, but even though it's small, Hot Toys still made the details extremely good. So this is the good part about Hot Toys. They're always focusing on very small details. And as you can see here, even though they still are very small, but they look totally different. This one looks like this, and this one, yeah, they look totally different. And Hot Toys definitely nailed this. And also, and now I'm going to show you some other accessories. These are the hands, as you can see here. This one, those two are holding hands. You're holding something. These two, they're also, I think they usually use those two hands to hold the scepter, right? It's a long shape, but I still prefer to use this one to hold the scepter. Maybe I'm used to it. These two are like, the hands are a little bit like curved fingers, like that. Looks like, usually when he's not holding something, he will usually pose something like this. And these two are, yeah, actually, like, even though those two look, they are like, they look similar to each other, but it's still different. As you can see here, the left hand thumb is a little bit shorter than the right hand thumb, and the right hand thumb is like stretched out, but this one is like not, it's just strict, it's in, so it's bent in. So as you can see, also fingers are pretty soft, right? You can actually bend them. So now I'm gonna show you some details inside his like hand. You can see here. Oh yeah, great. And this is the one I'm talking about, the one with two fingers out and two fingers in, like that. Point two fingers out, and I don't know what this is used for. Maybe he used this to just point at something, or I don't know. I'm not very sure. And this is the face plate, or like a mask or something like that. Like Thor, I remember in the movie, like Loki was Loki transformed into like the look of Captain America, and pretending to be Captain America and was speaking like Captain America and was laughing at him. But so then the Thor gave him this, put it on his mouth to let him shut up. And about this, yeah, this is also a very important accessory. I actually forgot the name since I didn't really study much about that. Let me just have. Oh yeah, this is the special edition accessories. Yeah, maybe I'm just gonna show you this at the same time. So show you the instruction. So as you can see here, this is Loki, in a very cool pose, holding the extremely long scepter. And this is how you put on the helmet. This is how you take off the helmet, and this is how you put on the face plate. How do you call that? Muzzle. Okay, the muzzle. So it's called a muzzle, and this is how you put the muzzle onto him, and this is how you put the handcuff. You have to take off the hand first, and then put on the handcuff onto his arm, and then put the hand back. And this is the special edition accessory. It's also a very cool one, but I didn't have it, so I did not show it to you guys anymore. And this is to tell you not to stretch it too long, or else it will be broken. And this is the warning, some parts of it are very sharp, very pointy, so you have to be careful. So yeah, that's all for the accessories. Very cool piece. So now I'm going to show you some details of. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna take it here and show you some details right away. Then. So this is him. Yeah, I took his hand off in order to show you all the hands that came with him. So it's not here. This is his head sculpt without the helmet. So without the helmet, I actually think it's not as bad as what people say. It's still pretty impressive. You can tell that it's low key, but if you cover that, definitely looks better. But yeah, his hair is a little bit short. Hot Toys sacrificed this for the better look with the helmet. So I prefer you just have to. I mean, I suggest you just put this helmet on. Without this helmet, it is a little bit ugly, but still okay. A little bit, still acceptable, I think. And yeah, I'm gonna show you the suit. This suit is definitely much superior than the previous version, like the old one. You can see here, like the sculpting, not sculpting, like different materials, the fabric, some other kind of thing, the leather, the pleather, it's pleather. The pleather and, yeah, like the different layers of them. As you can see here, this is under them, like every layer there. It just looks so totally, like, awesome. Awesome details. Pato just really nailed this. You can see here, take off this cape, here, still a piece down there. Take this off, still another layer. These are the legs. So you can see here, the details are just extremely good, and I like this very much. And great, yeah, as you can see here, the texture is the pleather, even though it's pleather, but it's still, yeah, pretty good. I still like it. And now I'm going to show you how it looks like with the helmet on. I'm just going to put on his helmet right away. And wait a second, please. I have to focus this. Here. Wait a second. Maybe I'm just going to put it on right here. Let him stand here first, and then stand here in a better pose. Let his leg stand more steadily, or else you'll fall. We don't want. Of course, we don't want that to happen. So here, a little bit. Okay. Okay. I'll just take the. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you about the display base here. It's also very great. Like the coloring is identical to himself. Green, this kind of very beautiful green and some goldish color. A little bit similar to Iron Man, but a little bit darker and a little bit more like brown or something. But still very cool. Very cool display base. Hot Toys made. Okay, so putting on the helmet. I'm still a little bit scared of putting on this, like, I'm so... okay. Because I'm still afraid, like, if you're not very gentle with this while putting on it, you might feel scratch. So I have some scratches on the hair, and you definitely don't want it. You can see here, I just attached this onto him, and successfully there are no scratches. And yeah, so it's pretty. Yeah, I didn't have any scratches, and now you put on this top piece of the figure onto him, as you can see here. Now he covers his hair perfectly, and it covers the ugly part definitely much. Now look, I will like this is just definitely the likeness of Tom Hiddleston is out. That's totally nailed this. And please wait a second. I have to better like if I put it on camera, it's not very convenient for me to. If I put my hands into the light box in the same time do that, it will. Okay, I'll just end the video. For a while I have to spend some time putting on the helmet. Oh yes, I forgot to show you the articulation of this figure. So now I'm going to show it to you. As you can see here, this time the head is without the helmet. I took it off. You can see it lift up approximately here and down a little bit bigger articulation, and just move around like that, and you can also spin around. But I'm not going to spin like too much since his hair is pretty sharp actually, and it might damage his suit. So I'm not going to spin it all around. But I believe if you just really do it, then you can spin 360 around. And for his arm, it can lift up like this, and then move up like this. And his bicep, well, move a little bit, not too much. Yeah, similar to like Captain America and some other figure like that. Hand, of course, like 360, spin around, and it can also like move a little bit like this, up and down. And for his waist, his body, it can actually move front like that, back like that, and then it can also spin around like this. And for his leg, because of some reason of his clothes, and also I'm afraid to just lift it too high, it might damage the suit. So as you can see here, it can, if you don't use too much strength, it can lift up approximately here, and here it's approximately like 90. So still, yeah, a pretty good articulation, since he really, like, his suit is really pretty complicated. So if you like really So I already know before, like, checking his articulation, I already know that his articulation wouldn't be that good, of course. Uh, uh, of course, it's not gonna be as good as Iron Man, since, like, their suit is just designed. Like, they're, like, material is different. They are usually, like, die cast, but these figures, they're just different, especially they're complicated. Like, their suit, it's really, like, many layers, so it's not really easy to, like, to make such a big pose, or, yeah. So, but it can still, like, it can still use it to make some kind of very, like, cool and badass poses with them. I'm also going to show it to you later in the video. So now I'm going to show you some poses. Alright, so I'm done posing him, and now, as you can see, with the helmet on, this figure just looks totally gorgeous. As you can see here, with his helmet, it covers the issue of his hair perfectly, and now, without the issue of the hair, this face just looks exactly like 99%, like almost exactly like Tom Hiddleston. Definitely get the likeness, as you can see here. Also on the box on the background, it also, maybe the one on the box is a bit longer, but I don't think it's a problem. Yeah, I think they just look exactly the same. And as you can see here, just totally awesome, like face sculpt, not head sculpt, face sculpt, like the sculpt on the face. And also, like, I also posed him. I let him hold his scepter, like the long one, as you can see from the side, you can see it clearer. The short one is down there, and also the other hand right there. And this just, yeah, this pose is is so cool. And also, like, show you some details on the face. Maybe just make up close, right here, as you can see here. The details of his face are also just totally awesome. And you can see here the texture of his face, just like always, Hot Toys face sculpts are usually just like this. A very, yeah, also like the impression, it's also just awesome. And also, as you can see, there's some just awesome details on the head sculpt. It's also nice. And if I change him pose, if I let him hold this little cube in his hand, really, at the same time, this will look even better. It feels like he just came out of a movie. He walks out of a movie and just standing straight in front of you. And it just, yeah, it's just very, like, it's just awesome to see him standing here. And down here, as you can see, standing on display base, and just, and my just impression, just looking from far away, just far here, you wouldn't feel that is like the clothes he's wearing or the suit. It doesn't look very big and chunky or something, like it doesn't look like that at all. It just feels like he's like a real person wearing wearing a few layers of costume. It doesn't feel like the figure many years ago released by Hot Toys. It just looks way too, like, big and just fat and just very inaccurate. But this one is just totally just like what I said. It just looks exactly like that he came out from the movie, but still a very small issue. Like, the only problem I have here is that, you know, like many years ago when Hot Toys didn't actually have these kind of, okay, put the camera up close, both of the hands, like also this hand, as you can see here, there's like a really big gap on this thumb. So this is actually like, so it shows that Hot Toys use it's actually used like Hot Toys. This is the shape is exactly the same like the 1.0 version. So in the 1.0, there's a big gap on the thumb. So now Hot Toys only changed the coloring, or but it didn't change the shape at all. It didn't even change the shape of the hand. So I think this is a big problem from this figure, because the other parts, aside from the hair, it's just totally perfect already. But with this issue, it just made, as you can see here, without this issue, wearing the helmet, he just looks exactly like totally 100% film accurate. But with this gap, I feel like it's a little bit just weird and not 100% anymore. Like, at first, maybe it's 100%, or because of some other issue, maybe 95%. But with the gap of the hand, I think it just gets lower, gets to maybe 85% or even lower. So I don't actually, I think Hot Toys, like, next time they shouldn't just like make the same mistake as this one. They should just always, like, they shouldn't like every time they release a new figure, they should use new materials and new stuff, and just change. All the parts should be changed. All the accessory they shouldn't use the same as the last one. Only except that the last one is very good. Like these problem with big gaps on the finger, these mistakes should be made 12 years ago, not now. It's already 2023. I mean, when the time it's already 2021 when this figure was released, so they shouldn't make the same mistake anymore. So yeah, that's all about this. Yeah. So this figure, maybe, yeah, now I'm going to show you a few other poses. I'm not going to take the helmet off, just, so, I don't want to take the helmet off again, because just like what I said, I'm a little bit afraid of always taking off the helmet. It's a little bit scary. Yeah, maybe I will still take it off. Okay, I thought of a plan, like, I will just first show you all the poses that he needs with the helmet, like, show you all the poses first, and then, after that, at the end of the video, I'm going to take off his helmet and show you some poses, that's supposed to be posed without the helmet. That's, for example, like, wearing this muzzle, like, according to the, instructions. So now, I'm going to show you some poses of it, and then, at last, make a comparison of it between Loki 2.0, and later, after some time when I get the Loki 6.0, or the President Loki that I plan to get, I'm going to do a comparison of it and the other two Lokis together, but I can only do that in that video because I haven't got the President Loki yet. So, now I'm going to show you some poses. So this pose is actually, like, almost the same as the last pose I was making, but this one only except he's holding his scepter straight, and it's like I did this pose based on the picture on the instruction. So not much to say about this. I'm going to show you some others. So I'm not very sure about this pose. I just didn't know what to do with this hand, but I had an illusion that I just feel like that maybe he's doing something like in Star Wars, like Palpatine or Count Dooku, like he's shooting some lightning out of his hand. It just feels like he's about to strike lightning out of his hand at someone, but I just have that illusion when he's doing this, or maybe he's force choking someone. Maybe I watched too much Star Wars, and don't worry, I'm gonna make some videos of reviews of Hot Toys figure. Star Wars figure in the future, of course, and well, that's a little bit far, but I just don't know what to do with this hand, so I just made this pose. Now, I'm going to show you some others. So, as you can see here, this is another pose of Loki. It's also a very iconic pose in the film, like, you know, like from Thor did this, and Loki did this, and Hela, their sister, also did that. Like, 3 people in their family, like the 3 siblings, they did the same pose. They're just take some, 2 swords out of their hands and just do like that. But I didn't think he actually did this pose in the movie with this suit, but it's just, yes, he did with some other suits, but it's still pretty cool, and that's also how you will use these two pair of hands, and yeah, it also looks very great, like, yeah, very, very great pose. So now I'm going to show you a few poses without the helmet. Yeah, I'm just going to take it off, and after I take this video, I'm just going to put Loki back to his box, since I already took him out from the box, like, for, like, a whole month already. I always decide to make a video of it, but I didn't. Like, my last video was about Iron Man, right? I actually decided to, do a comparison of some other figures, but I didn't. So, I didn't really have time, so now I'm going to show you some, like, the other poses, and then do a quick comparison, and that's going to be the end of the video. So maybe I'm going to post the video tomorrow. So now it's actually September the 26th, but it's already pretty late now, and I don't think I would have enough time to edit a video. So tomorrow is going to be like September the 27th. I'm probably going to I'm probably going to post a video tomorrow. So now I'm going to show you a few other poses. So as you can see here, this is another pose of him, like the prisoner style, like with the handcuff and with the muzzle, and also like holding the cube. And yeah, this is actually like a very good pose, but with the hair issue, it looks a little bit weird, but still, it's a very amazing pose. But I don't think I'm gonna pose him in the future like that. Even if his hair doesn't have any problem, I'm not gonna pose him like this, because it's like way less cooler than the one with the the pose of him wearing the helmet and holding the long scepter. It just looks very very badass and just amazing. But with this, it's also very good. Like we can see like some very like great details made by Hot Toys. Yeah, I forgot to show you more details about this. I forgot to say it actually has some paddings inside this in order to prevent like the having scratches on the face. Also, as you can see here, they're actually like these very small details. Hot Toys just always nail these details, and yeah, very amazing. And so that's all about the figure himself. Now I'm going to do a very quick comparison between him and the other Loki. I'm still considering if I should add the helmet or not. Maybe, yeah, I'm not going to add the helmet because since the other Loki didn't have a helmet, if I add a helmet to him, it seemed a little bit unfair to the other Loki. So, yeah, I'm going to do a quick comparison, and that's going to be the end of the video. So, as you can see here, this is a comparison between Avengers 4 Loki and the Loki from the Dark World, Thor the Dark World. So, these two figures, their suit look pretty identical with each other, as you can see, but the coloring are a little bit different, and the others are actually quite similar. As you can see, this side is a little bit shorter than this one, and this one is the same. But of course, without the helmet, this one definitely looks much better than this one, even though the face sculpt is better than that one, but I just feel like the hairstyle just makes it look much better. So this hairstyle isn't that good, but yeah, it's not very bad since the hair also was sculpted well. Yeah, and I also like this figure very much, as you notice. This is actually my profile picture now, and maybe I'm gonna change it in the future when I get the Anakin Skywalker. I'm gonna change him. I'm gonna change my profile picture into the Hot Toys Anakin Skywalker maybe because I like that figure better. But yeah, this is actually my second favorite. Yeah, maybe like the second. Not second. I like them in the same way. Like I like both of them, and I also like Iron Man pretty much and Captain America. I think all these like characters are all my favorite. I don't think like any of them have like can't compare with each other. They're all very good. And yeah, these two like they put together, they look very like. I think they look pretty good together. Maybe I'm going to post them together in the future. I'm still not very sure about that, but yeah, definitely pretty good. And yeah, this one I think he also looks very cool, especially when he's lowering his head and looking at you like up there. It just looks very badass, and more badass than this one, to be honest. And yeah, their poses are quite the same. I just took off his handcuff, and back then he also has a very like long like chain thing. Like I think it's made of real metal. Maybe yeah, it is made of real metal. So Hunters was pretty good at that. Like they were like they often give us metal things at that time, but they didn't give us so many at this time. But and I'm just gonna tell you something more about that. Like that time, like from this, I bought the special edition because I saw like the second-handed online. I just bought it in special edition. It's pretty cheap, so pretty good. And also I feel like that the like previous owner just kept it very well, because I'm gonna mention it again when I make the video. Like my next video is probably gonna be about that. Yeah, and yeah, very amazing. I like that. I liked both of them. And so maybe yeah, this is also the 2.0, the 4.0 together. I'm not gonna get the 1.0 and 3.0 anymore. In the future I might get a 6.0, but not 1 and 3. I don't think they look very nice. But 1 is pretty good, but it's too expensive, and I don't think it's just really necessary. It's too old. And 3, I don't think he looks like Tom Hiddleston, so I'm not getting it. And so that's probably gonna be the end of this video. So I'm gonna post it tomorrow, and I'm gonna edit it tomorrow too. I'm not gonna edit it today since I don't have enough space on my like device, my iPad. I usually use my iPad to record videos. And so I guess that's all for this video, and later I'm gonna put these back into the box, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Oh yeah, and at last, please consider like and subscribe, and goodbye.